Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Steven Mager. My website is stevenmager.com, and now my website is go through some changes, but anyways, I have English and Hebrew languages in this website, and I support to deliver the message of truth, wisdom and natural law in multiple and various of languages around the world, that we can share the wisdom, to share the knowledge, to share the proper knowledge and wisdom with our brothers and sisters around the world. In my case, I'm in the Middle East, that I can deliver the messages in my languages that I understand. So I have Hebrew and English for now in this website. So if you English speaker and you only understand English language, you can click on English, and I have all the archive of my videos in English there, and also my services and other donation systems I have there. You can check this out as well. And also I have all the media social platforms like Facebook, odysee, YouTube. You can contact me on Facebook Messenger. I answer anyone. If you have some questions about my services and donation process, because now temporary is not working my website, so you need to contact me in my messenger in Facebook about these subjects. Anyways, today we'll speak about the three aspects of self and what does that mean, and what is the real human condition in the family unit we have now, that I see, at least in my perspective, and as I see what happened around the world. Anyways, and I know we most of us is trauma based. We still have trauma based wounds that need to get healed emotionally and mentally and spiritually, and I get into that in this video. But anyways, I just want to say that what I see around me in the family units, especially in the family units, it looks like industrial family complex. Is kind of the modern family unit. It looks like and operates as industrial corporation in smaller scale. What does that mean? We see that state, the government is a corporation, is controlled. Everything, all the monetary system is controlled by the corporations and system of slavery of the government. And we just see in the families unit, they operate the same way as the big companies operates, that have one ruler, one who want to control the things and want to oppose the will to others. And we see this also in the family units, this kind of operation, we see that. And group thinking patterns, that we think as my family think, and I don't want to get argued with someone else in the family, so I prefer to be in my comfort zone and not expose and to express my true expression of myself, the true self, and to deliver the message anyways, whatever that person is will be respond to, you know. So we see a lot of control in the families, that the parents is control the kids. They not educate them, they control them. They want to be as they want to be. The parent want to be he want his child to be as he is now. He want to copy paste what he crossed in this life, to give him the same slavery and tyranny system, and just deliver that through generation and generation. And we have also religious dogmas in the families. Also, we have left or right brain orientations. So we see also religious mindset in the families, and the family is just push these belief systems in all the family members and the kids. And the kids is receive that and just grow with this belief system they have in the future, and and they continue the cycle as the grow human being, and this go through the next generations. So this, as I look in the family units, so I think it's important to speak about that, because everything starts from the family. Everything starts from this family unit we are. And as we programmed, if we hardly conditioned by these systems and by our family especially, so it's more hard to go outside and awakening yourself from that and disconnect from your from these illusions, and just cut it, these illusions, and born it is much more harder to make if you grow in the good moral standard family that know the truth and know how to educate the kids. Family who understand that dynamic of the government is just to enslave the people and put them in the violence and slavery and coercion, because all the governments is based on that. I speak about the external governments, that is the governments that immoral and illegitimate to exist. Because if we speak about the inner government, my government is self-governance, is different, because I have the I govern my mind. I master my own mind. And this is the definition of the world, of this world. The government is mind control, so I control my mind. No one else can control my mind. I have the sovereignty on my mind, on my body, on my emotions. And I have full control on my mind. But if you give your control of your mind to someone else, to external figure or external human being, so you choose to be yourself as a slave. And this is what we teach as a family to the next generations, that is our future. And also we see in the family units the masculine and the feminine, the mother and the father figures of the family, and the inversion that men start to be woman and women start to be a man. And this is a big problem, because we need the awakening of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the head of and the heart of the family, both the man and the woman. The man need to stand up and speak and protect his family from any threats. And also the woman, I not say she cannot protect herself, but the woman this is a different creature than a man. Woman, she inspires the man. She inspire him, and she supporting him, and she care about the situation. She know how to manage in emotional part of the family, of the unit of this family, the caring aspect, the loving aspect, that is the woman, and the man is more inspired by this. And this combination need to be strong bounded together to build a strong unit of family, a stable unit of family. Because the masterclass and all the social engineers that control the humanity, they are the most afraid from the awakening of this masculine and feminine. Because we are anchored here as a man or woman, and have the nature of man, have the nature of woman. We need to understand that me a man, you woman, and woman is a man. Man is a man, and woman is a woman. And we see a lot of cowardness in the men community. I see a lot of men, they they are not speaking, they are not get involved in the battlefield, in the spiritual and emotional and a mental battlefield we have, because we need more voices, more masculine energy that waking up in this point of the history to end the tyranny and slavery that destroying our future and our next generations. So we need this heart and the head of the family together, united, and build strong community, strong network of community that based on morality and understanding the laws of nature and who we really are. And many of us still have these things that I see around me, unfortunately, and I know how much it's difficult and hard to go outside from this mindset we have. Almost all of us, after this conditioning we cross in the indoctrination schools, public schools, and other stuff we cross by when in the younger ages, and I discover some things about me that I work with myself, how I can work with myself in the organized way that can give me a framework that I can manage myself in, that give me some framework to stay in my true self, and how to be connected to the higher force, because sometimes we go outside from the circle. Okay, so we need to notice when we're not connected to the higher force and not present here, because sometimes we lose the frequency and we need to rebuild it again and to practice the spiritual practices. And I will go all through in this video. Not in I will have in the future a presentation about the subject that we speak about, but here I want to explain about what I going to speak about in this presentation in the future, because very important, because I see it on myself, how I manage myself through my spiritual, emotional, physical self, aspects of myself, and this helped me to build discipline and order in my life, that I also have work, that I need to have resources to build my the projects I need to build. To, you know, everyone need to have resources. Without resources we cannot do nothing. So I need to bring the resources, and I need to manage my time to feed myself spiritually and feed myself mentally, and of course the action is very important, and I will explain what is really action is, and how it's connected to art and the arts of action. I will explain it later. Anyways, this is a simple formula that can help you to navigate yourself, to stay on the path. If you know you're on the path, you need to cross a lot of challenges on the way. Even you in the right path, you do the right things, you grow and grow yourself and prosper spiritually, you still will have challenges to solve, and the universe will test you again and again till you will not cross the test, till you will deal with things that you need to deal with. So so this formula is helped me to build a discipline and work, a framework that is study art and spirituality. Let's talk about what is really art. This art is expression or application of human creative skill or imagination that inspire others. You create art that inspire others. Inspire, inner fire. You create inner fire to someone else. As example, you see some musical band, you want to play guitar, you see a very professional and musician that playing guitar, you want to arrive to this level of him. You don't want to be the same like him, you don't want to build the same songs like him, or to play the same chords. You want to be in the same level of the skills he have, but you want to create something, some different art than he have. Because we all different, we can create various of expressions of arts and different colors and forms that can inspire others. And art awake desire and inspiration in others who observe the craft to unique expression that created by one individual unit. Everything starts from the mind, everything back to the first principle of mentalism that eases the mind. Everything starts from the individual mind. And first that idea born in own individual mind, that mind and emotional expression that manifested an artifact. And this artifact can be in many different forms. But what I want to say about the art and the action, why is connected? Because the action is create the change. The arts of action, the action itself is a meaning, have a meaning. Any action we make in this reality has a meaning. Any action is a destructive force. We destroy something to change, to rebuild it, to change something old, to instead to put something new, and need to move stuff, need to play with that, to need to organize that. This is transformation. Our reality, this is transform our reality and change what was before and formalize into a new form. Because of that, I know some people think art is something feminine, but I not agree with that. I think art can be expressed as a feminine and as a masculine. But in this case, I speak about the art as the action, because we create the art through the action. We create the art with our body, with our hands. We moving stuff. We putting something physical. We invest physical power for that to make this action the real world. The thought process is different. You don't need to be active physically for that, but for art, to create art, you need to move something in physical world to create an artifact. So it can be many kind of artifacts. It can be music, digital content, writing, photography, art, agriculture, design, many other stuff, any physical items and stuff like that. Also digital content, what we create now as a content creator, is very powerful art that can inspire others, because our voice, our language, our words is a sound, is based on sound, and the sound is the magic. You can create something that inspire others in the other side of the world. Through this technology we have in digital technology, you can transfer your voice to the other hearts and minds. Heart, if we see the word heart, in the middle we have ear. Ears is derived to the ears of others from the other side in the conscious way. So the other side is receiving the information, you put it outside. We have the art, the arts of action, and we have study. We have study, art, and spirituality. I will arrive to the spirituality later on in this video. I now want to speak about the study. We speak about the art, the action that create change in our world through the artifact we create with our physical body. And now we'll go to the study. What does that mean, really means study? Study is something about learning knowledge. You need to feed your mind with knowledge through the trivium process, as we explained in this video. And many in this community know already about the trivium process, that is thinking process. This is philosophy. This is knowing the occult sciences, because a lot of people not understand the importance of the occult sciences. And the occult is not bad or good. This is just hidden. This means hidden knowledge. And this knowledge need to be addressed by your mind. You need to grasp it by your mind. You need to study the psychology of yourself before you teach others. You need to understand yourself. You need to understand your path when you stand on. Where you go, you know the direction. Then you can teach others. And the study part is very important in this process, because me constantly study. I know I need to create a content. I know I need to create articles. I know I need to write something. I need to publish my work to others. Okay? From what I know by myself, from what I study, I do art. I create an artifact from what I know to help others to understand what I know. So because of that, the study need to be continuously processed. It's not a arrival point that you say, okay, and I know enough and I will not study anymore, and I finish my study in the school or whatever, and that's it. I don't study anymore because I know enough. I disagree with that, because you need to know, you need to study continuously. Our life is study. We study about the nature. We study about the patterns of nature, how the nature is operating in our world, how we connected to nature, how the animals connected to nature, how everything works together. Everything is kind of observation and understanding process. And of course, critical thinking, that a lot of families not teach their children how to critical thinking, and what is critical thinking is, and how to use this thinking. And not in the belief system and what you believe. Be in the position from what you know and not what you believe in. Because critical thinking, you need to understand the difference between right and wrong. You need to understand morality. You need to understand that no man can do something immoral. He can do, but it will be consequence for that. You need to understand no one have the right to rule others. Any human being don't have this right to distinguish between right and wrong, and receiving the knowledge, receiving the information. And more I want to say about the knowledge, very interesting thing, in context to the rune in the Norse mythology, according to my ancestral tradition that I study, by the myth, the Nordic myth, that speak about the rune Kenaj. Kenaj rune is speak about the knowledge. What is knowledge is. And it is speak about the 3 layers of knowledge. That this is the torch. Kenaj, ken knowledge. That is the same root of the word. And also I want to say something about the languages. How much important to know the definition of the languages. And we need to understand the words and the sounds, that the words is built by the sounds, is born from the sounds, everything born from the primal sounds, that is the root language. I will not go inside of this topic now because is much more to speak about, and the importance of the language, to know what words we use, because it's a tool. The language is a tool for us to communicate, and we name everything by the language. And any word have a different meaning and a specific meaning. Definition, you define, you make it not infinite, you make it one, you make it one meaning for that. So it's important to understand what words we're speaking, how we communicate with each other. And the voice is very, very powerful thing. Everything came from the primal sounds and primal lights. And about the knowledge and the 3 layers of knowledge. The first layer of knowledge is the information about the thing. Example, about computer, or about car, or about gun, or whatever. You need to have the information about the car, you need to have the information about the computer if you want to use these tools. The second layer is the ability. You need to have the ability to use this. You need to have the ability to use the car, you need to have the ability to use the gun, you need to have the ability to use the computer. And the permission. Can I use it? What does that mean? Use it in the proper way, not hurt anyone. Okay, use a gun, use it for self-defense only, not to kill anyone by purpose, or steal someone, or kick with a car someone. Use it for good purpose, for not hurt anyone on the way. With any tool we use. As a hammer example, hammer, you can build the home, or you can smash the head someone else. Depends who use it. You cannot say the gun is evil, you cannot say the hammer is evil. No. Who behind that, holding the tool, what his intentions, depends. And what you want to do with this tool, and if you do some good or bad thing, or he have the permission to do it, what he do. Or he have the right to do it, or what he do, of what he do with his tool. And another thing about the study part of this process is the comprehension, is consumption. You consume the knowledge. I notice a lot of people, they too much consumer of knowledge. They consume and consume and consume like a food, you know. We can explode with this and not do nothing. You just, it's like you eating and not moving, and you get fat because you not move your body. Example. So you just consume your this knowledge, whatever you can know about many stuff. You have very, very high level of knowledge, whatever. But you need, first of all, you need to comprehension. You need to have the comprehension. You need to comprehend this knowledge. In very profound level. And the next level, the next stage is the teaching. After you need to teach this knowledge, because the knowledge need to be informed, because the frequency need to go and continue to the next. And you cannot just consume for yourself. You need to teach. You need to go forward. You need to give this message and just flow it forward. And this is the importance of the study in this process. We speak about the study, and we speak about the arts of action, and how it go together. That you need to have the action, you need to study. And we have the third part, the spiritual part. And spiritual part, I call it the shadow work. Okay, because it's a spiritual work. You work on your spiritual side. You work on your hidden side, your dark side, your things that stop you. the things that you need to address, you need to confront and to heal. So this is very, very important thing also in this process. All these three things need to go together. You cannot do one thing or two things. You need to do all of these three things to fulfill your mind, to fulfill your spirit, to fulfill your body, to do the right thing, to do the things that you should do here, and to stay on the path and in the connection to the higher force, and to connect, to be connected to your inner core of your true self. So I remind, the shadow work is an internal work, as an observation of all aspects of self. You observe yourself continuously, and have many practices of shadow work that I explain in this channel. I have many practices, and I work with very good practices, with very system of I create for myself and for my students, that you can work with this. Yes, but you need to continue to be to observe your thoughts, your emotions, everything about yourself constantly. Of course, we cannot do it 100% all the time here, when we live in the material 3D dimension of matter that we hear, that we sometimes go to you know, sometimes we go outside from this present moment and we think about the future or the past or whatever we try to analyze. Okay, but I say in general, your lifestyle, most of the time, you need to follow, you need to understand and comprehend and observe constantly every emotion, every thought you have, or what the intention behind this thought. If this thought from you, from where, why, if it's true or no. You need to have the self-discernment, the judgment, if it's bullshit or no. Because sometimes we believe in bullshit about ourselves, and we stuck with this belief system. And because of that, I say you need to observe yourself and to cut off all the bullshit that stop you, that tell you you're not good enough, you're not for that, you should not do it, to be a loser, to be a victim, to be weak. So this is about the self-observation, constant self-observation. The work is a reference to all our dark aspects in order to heal, to transform and transmute all our energetic blockages that prevent us from growth. We need to take these negative emotions we have, all this fear, the traumas, the emotional pain and wounds we have from the past or whatever it is, or ancestral traumas can be, or childhood trauma, whatever. It's not mean you cannot heal that. It's supposed to be healed. You need to put light on that. You need to transform it. You need to transmute that energy. This energy is stuck within us, in the lower Admonin, usually. So we need to push this energy and create from something from this energy. You can create many powerful. You can build a very powerful energy from that emotional blockages you have, because most of the shadow work, in my opinion, the shadow work is almost all the shadow work is the emotional work. Most of this work is the emotional work. I'm not saying have mental work also. You need to observe mentally yourself. You need to understand. You need to put the intentions behind. Of course, after you clean yourself from that blockages and you transform that blockages. And this energy can be creative energy, or it can be energy that put you down and you will be stuck from that. It just will put you down all the time till you will not confront that pain and that wounds you have. And the spiritual prosperity and personal psychological emotional, this is about the psychological and emotional development. You need to learn how to control your emotions and the thoughts. And this is all about. We need to understand how to control ourselves, our emotional part. Because have emotions that anchor us in the ground and not let us to grow, because we cannot put the intention clear with all these unconscious disasters and traumas we have, and we not overcome that, and we not heal that yet. And you just need to you just need to push it into the conscious domain, from the unconscious to the conscious domain. You need to be conscious of that. First of all, you need to ignite that. You have these wounds. You have this disease. First of all, you need to understand you have that. You acknowledge yourself. You not deny that. I don't speak about deny the emotions. To transform that. To make it creative. Because the magic begins when you start to do the shadow work. Then the magic will begin to work. You can have the most intentions you have, but if you not deal with yourself with your shadows, you can never grow up like this. So, because of that, I say the shadow work, the spiritual work, it can be with many techniques. Many people use meditations. Many people use writings, journaling, many techniques. I have also as well. And all this need to be combined together. The spiritual work, the shadow work, you work on your shadows, you work on your unseen things and your wounds and your inner self. Your emotion, most of the work is emotional work. Because the blockages, most of the blockages is emotional. Because any thought, if you have even thoughts that make you noise in your mind, it means it's connected to some emotion behind that. It's anchored by the emotion. Any thought anchored by emotion, because it reminds something, some event was in the past or something like that, that have emotion attached to this thought you have. And this is the healing, the emotional healing we need to do every day. Every day you need to make it. Even you working or whatever you do with your life, you need to supply for yourself. You need to have resources. You need to go to work. Okay, understand. Me also need to go to work. Me also need to supply for myself, for my family. Me need to feed myself. Me need to learn. Me need to pay some stuff. Me need to have resources to make these things I do. Of course. But I not forget I have my framework. I need to go to stay in my path. How I know if I stay on this path? I look on this triangle and I say, if I do these three things, I work on my spiritual way. I work on myself internally. I do my shadow work every day. I clean myself from this negative and transform and transmute this energy every day to something greater and create greatness in this life and goodness in this life from these negative emotions and anger I have inside. Because even negative emotion have meaning. It's not just there by mistake or just arrive to put you down. No, you need to learn and grow from that. We learn from these wounds. We learn from this pain. And from there we can succeed and grow. And if you do the spiritual work, you do the study, you're learning constantly, every day. You try to learn something else. You do not deny, you not enter to ignorance again. You're never ignorant. You just you receive and you discern after. You judge after you receive the information. But first you receive. And the important how to use this knowledge. How I explain in this video. Because the knowledge need to be not just need to be consumed. It need to be used for some purpose. It need to be get taught to someone. You cannot hold it for yourself forever. Okay, you can hold, but what then? What the point? Okay, so this is the study, and we have the arts of action. That we create artifacts, we create inspiration in others, we create the real change with our physical vessel, with our physical body, and create artifact with that. Create something that never was created before, and in the future will not created by someone else, because you are the unique for create this form that you create from your emotional and your psychological expressions that can help others to find a way and to grow. And like this, you need to stay in the middle. You need to understand that this is the framework that you need to do every day if you want to grow spiritually, emotionally. In all these three aspects, how you need to manage yourself. Actions, emotions, and thoughts. How you can manage your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Because I have many ways to do it. I have many ways to do it. I have one template, have one framework that is simple to understand and to teach others. But from here you can create whatever you want to create. You can create an artifact, whatever you want to create. You can study many stuff. You can work in different techniques of spiritual work and shadow work. But this is the base, the fundamental base that you need to you need to fulfill these aspects in yourself to help yourself grow and grow others, and to help others to grow. Because we're here together to help each other. And this simple formula can help you to navigate yourself and to stay on the path. And the most important thing here is to be connected to the higher self, to the higher source, to the higher force, to stand on the circle, in the middle of the circle, to maintain your spiritual protection. Do not let negative emotions and fear to defeat you. It's okay, they're present. Not deny them. It's okay, they're present. But not let them to defeat you. Be stronger. Because you are stronger. Your essence is stronger. You have the sovereignty. You need to claim your sovereignty toward that. It's prosperity and wisdom. So that's it. I think is everything I want to say in this video for now. Anyways, if you want to find me, my website is stevenmagier.com, and my social platforms. You can enter to these links I have below. Everything is there. If you're searching for a consultation with tarot and runes and arts of divination and astrology readings, you can contact me on Facebook Messenger. I will answer you, and if you want some information about that, I will give you everything. If you're interested in that services, you can catch me up there. That's it. And it can be powerful and inspire you to stay on the way and to clarify your position and clarify your path you're in, and take the best path you can to especially for yourself, because we all have a special, unique way we're in. We're not in the same way we go. We go in the different, very, very unique ways. We are all connected together as one, yes, but we have different experiences. We share the reality together. This reality we share together, but we have different experiences in the different levels of understanding and knowledge. And we need to compensate this balance and to build a strong community of strong people, moral people. And it can help you on your way and give you some insights about yourself that you never know before, and you can know yourself better. And that's it. Thank you everyone to listen to me. We'll see you in the next videos. We speak about more projects like this, and we'll continue to make more projects and kind of videos and content. So follow this channel and subscribe. And my website is stevenmager.com, and my links below you can visit. And thank you very much. We'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.